Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We've got a lot to do today. But the first thing is we need to do a little bit of research into what has changed in our country since the end of the last episode, because quite a bit has, and that's part of why I'm on this screen right here. You see, we've got a lot of changes in our diplomacy. All of our tributaries are now protectorates, which means they no longer support us financially. So that's going to be Bali, Cambodia, Maguindanao, and Sindh are all protectorates, which is not as good a thing to have as puppets, but still a good thing to have. All of our countries that were vassals, now they're puppets, which means we can theoretically annex them if we wish, but I don't necessarily wish to. So that's the first thing. We have some new... We have no longer rivaled any of the people we were rivals with before. So let's take a look at our new rival options. Basically, only the majors are available at this point. I think I'm going to take a look at what's what over in Europe and see what there is to do. So, Russia. Relations with Russia are quite bad. But I don't see any reason for them to be. I could probably improve relations with Russia for a bit. Wow, these are really bad. Probably because we were at war for so long. Russia is still a tsardom, and a nation ruled by its landowners. Probably a good country to have as a rival, just because they're actually genuinely quite weak. Like, their army is very large, but it's very low tech. So just as an example, like, we've got these skirmish infantry with mobile artillery support. That's the production methods that these buildings have had at the start of the game. And because, oh my god, their conscripts are on line infantry with no artillery. Because they're still on peasant levy. That's why. Okay, interesting. So Russia's a good country to have as a rival. Let's take quickly a look at the other ones. Then we got France, Scandinavia, Spain, USA, and Britain. So, Britain is a republic. It is a universal suffrage parliamentary republic with a laissez-faire economy, free trade, per capita taxation, cultural exclusion. Okay, so this is a very straight down the center liberal state. Interesting. And they're a great power. They're ranked 5. That's fascinating. French Republic, pretty similar, except for census suffrage instead of universal. They're under the control of the trade unions, who are not socialist somehow. Is it possible France is really far behind technologically and hasn't discovered socialism yet? That's wild. Anyway, that's the situation for now. We'll see how things go. Austria, I don't think was available for us to rival, although we should be. Our relations with them are too good, that's why. They're actually the number 2 great power, which is pretty surprising. That's a rare situation. Next there's Prussia. Our relations with Prussia are good. There's Scandinavia. Our relations with Scandinavia are not solid, and I'm not... I think it's because we were rivaling them for a while, and we still could. Scandinavia is infamous for trying to take over bits of the Ottoman Empire, and I'm inclined to continue rivaling them. Scandinavia is the 8th ranked great power, so they're quite weak overall. Their economy is about 1/7 the size of ours, and their population is about 1/5. So I think they're a good target. So we're going to go ahead and declare rivalry on them. And I think we're going to do the same on Russia. And that'll give us plenty of influence to play with. So, let me just take a look at what kind of countries we got. So Austria is a universal suffrage presidential republic. It's been slowly gobbling up bits of southern Germany, including a chunk of Rhineland here, which is interesting. It finally got a hold of Württemberg and Baden, those other small states in southern Germany. Prussia has experienced a delightful failure to launch here. So they're still... Oh my goodness, they're a council republic. They've launched politically, but they're a council republic. And they haven't managed to unify much of Germany at all. And all of these small countries in Germany are their own market, which is surprising. But that is what it is. What else do we have? Ottoman Empire is an unrecognized major, same as we were for a while. In fact, they're occupying our previous spot now that we've moved up to the rest of the majors. So that is excellent. So I don't want to rival Great Britain or France right now while they're still extremely powerful. USA is surprisingly weak. President Conrad Davies. Let me see. They're on professional army now. Council Republic, interventionism, protectionism, census suffrage. Curious. Solid army and a solid navy. It's interesting. Their overall population is lower than ours, and their GDP is about half our size. But in my experience, it's not good to rival the United States, so I'm going to go ahead and not. So, not going to do British Republic, not going to do French Republic. Spain. Spain is the last country to consider. Did you go communist? You did. Okay. So, I'm going to rival you. Weird that Spain and the United States are rivaling each other as two young communist countries. Spain has one dominion and it's Kutch. Oh, interesting. Cuba got free. No, it did. Hold up, what? Where's... Okay, here we go. Yes, Puppet and Dominion are separate. Okay, I'm doing Big Smart today. Today is Big Smart Day for me. Alright, so that's good to go. So that'll give us some influence to play with. And that'll let us do all the stuff we want to do. So, Java, how are things? You still do not wish to become a member of our customs union. That's okay, let's go ahead and improve relations. Well, bankrolling you will be very expensive. Alright. Australia, you're in our customs union. I do not need to bankroll you anymore because you're not going to be interested in forming in becoming our protectorate. So I can safely discard that. Just checking the potential protectorate status of all these other small countries I've had ambitions towards. Dynam is once a... Yes, sorry, I thought they left our market again. Marina Kingdom, relations are good. Does not want to be a protectorate. Alright, cool. They're close, though. If they stop wanting to defend the borders, if that stops being a priority for them, we can have a lot of protectorates. Does anyone want to be our protectorate? Let me just slide through the options. Okay, no. Anyone want to join our customs union? Some of us would exchange for other stuff. That's right. We were approaching Willega. We have a trade agreement. Let me see. Defensive pact would be pretty affordable. Let's go ahead and do that. And now we have some territory to examine. So, we've just taken over the rest of Korea. So, what have we got over here? We got some iron and lead mines here in Gyeonggi. Probably not going to pronounce that right, but that's okay. Over here is Yangtze. We've already built some coal mines, and the free market is building more. Got some fishing wharves available, lead and iron. About 31 additional arable land. Cool, not bad. Guanbuck. Probably I'm pronouncing that wrong, but, you know. I don't speak Korean, so it's not... It might not be great, but no one's going to be surprised. So, yes, we got a lot of industrial resources here. We're topping out coal mines already. So what do we need for our market? We are short on electricity. I can definitely get producing electricity as time goes by, but not yet. And we still need tons of coal. Like, really an impressive amount. So I think the plan is... We're short on infrastructure here, so we're going to add... I'm just going to put 5 levels of infrastructure. We'll max out the coal mines. You see, we're already maxing out the coal mines here, but we're short on infrastructure here in Guanbuck as well, so we'll put 5 levels of railways here. Gyeonggi, we are... no coal available here, but we can definitely afford to put some infrastructure here. So I'm going to queue all of this, all of these railways up to the top of the queue, just to make sure that those get where they need to go. In terms of buildings overall, is there anywhere that's short of infrastructure in Japan? Yes, there is. Let me make sure that... I have to imagine... Yes, okay, but all of these states have unemployment, which means that all of them have... have labor available. We're going to need 5 levels of railways in Chubu, and 3 each in Kanto and Tohoku. I am still having a really hard time getting enough immigration from... We got turmoil here. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we got a lot of radicals here, which is a shame. And ditto for Sakhalin. Good, healthy population in both those areas. Alright, so now that we've got the coal mines queued up, we need more iron as well. So that's going to be another step to take. We've got 30 levels of iron mines here in Gyeonggi, so I think we can max those out. In Yangseo, we have plenty of levels of iron mines available. I think I'm going to wait on that for now. And we'll do 10. We'll do 10 levels of iron mines in Yangseo and 10 levels in Guanbuck. How are we doing for population? We got about 10k unemployed here. 100k unemployed here. About 800k unemployed here. And about 500k unemployed here. And by unemployed, well, some of them in North Korea are peasants, but we mean they're not employed in jobs of the kind that are productive for my situation. Alright, I think that's about everything. Took about 15 minutes with that. Let's go ahead and get us started. I'm hoping this will be a nice, chill episode. Spain is declaring a rivalry. Tidor still wants an alliance. I'm going to decline. Well, Walega has a defensive pact. Tidor, what I would really like... No? Yeah, you're already in our market. Tidor, what I would really like is for you to be my protectorate. But you're not gonna because we have a truce. We have a truce because you were in a war with me for some reason. But are you going to be once we're done being in a truce? Minus 70, not likely. But relations are good. I'm still not going to participate in this war. I think Great Britain being involved is plenty. Just go ahead and declare neutrality here. Situation in Burma, I just didn't react fast enough, but that's okay. No one else is involved either, so... Oh, no, a few people are. Siam, Selangor. Siam and its vassals are, so... Go ahead and be neutral on that. Schleswigian Civil War, not necessarily worried. Belgian Civil War, not necessarily worried. And then Bahraini Civil War. Marina Kingdom's obligation is expiring. That's a shame. Go ahead and absolve that. So that's going to make our relations friendly plus 100. And that's going to be very good. Got taxes back down to Midland. Going to go ahead and put consumption tax on glass. We got a lot of consumption taxes this run, but I'm trying to build my gold reserves back up. We're getting about 800k from consumption taxes. There's the Expand the Oil Industry event. Actually more than all of our other sources, which is surprising. Particularly income and poll taxes. Booming oil industry. Okay. Settle down, Victoria 3. So you got sealing strategies unlocked. And we have a Sindhi peasant revolt. That is unfortunate. We'll go ahead and mobilize everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and send... Spain and the United States are making friends. I don't like that. Oh, Spain made friends with us, too. Domineering? That's your attitude? Really? With you and what army? You're a minor, Spain. Alright, so I'm just going to grab one of our solid generals here. I think Hayashi. And put him over here. Sind doesn't have... Well, Sind's got some army, but I suspect not much in the way of technology. Yeah, no. Okay, we'll be fine. Probably didn't need to mobilize even all of my forces, but it's okay that I did. Right. Booming oil industry. The expansion of the oil rigs in Chubu has boosted confidence in Japan's future as an oil producer. Get every drop from those wells, 33% extra throughput for oil extractors, or we'll find more things to put oil in, 6.5k progress on combustion engine. I'm going to go with the progress on combustion engine because I like technology. Combustion engine is an important one because that leads to compression ignition, which in addition to being hot and fresh out the kitchen is a prerequisite for the diesel pump for coal mines and indeed all my other mines. But coal mines are the ones I'm thinking the most about. I like coal! So that's going to be a primary focus. I've got a lot of radicals right now. The demand for landed voting is actually not producing that many of them. I thought it might be, but I guess not. So, building a lot of mines, we're building a lot of railways. Korea has a lot of turmoil, so it has low. I'm thinking about whether or not to incorporate Korea. Oh, I also have Taxation shortages. That's something I need to pay attention to. Let me see. We have a shortage of... Wow! A lot in Kansai. Like, 25 levels worth, depending on what the size throughput percentage is. Well, anyway, I'm going to queue that up. Let's see. Chubu, we can go at 10 levels. Tohoku will go at 10 levels. Just rounding up to 50. Let's see, what else? We can go with... We'll go with 10 levels in Kyushu as well. And we'll go with 12 in Kyushu. Get us up to a nice even 40. Looks like we'll do 5 levels in Shikoku and 8 levels in Shikoku. Put it up to 14 to make it even. And what about in Korea? Korea's basically good except for Youngseo, which needs additional levels. Well, we need 1 level in Gyeonggi. So we'll do that. And then Youngseo is short 362. Does Youngseo have no government admin? It does not. So we're going to call that 25 levels worth. 26, just for funsies. There's that. Belgium backs down, which is interesting. We have a shortage of radios. I don't know how we have demand for radios, but we do. Ah. Australia wants radios. Alright, well, we'll bring in some radios. Where's radios? Oh boy. France is fighting Galetti. That's a shame. What do you want? You're going to puppet them? You're going to grab South Madagascar. I can't let that happen. On the other hand, I'm really not in shape to fight France right at this time. Okay, so Marina Kingdom is involved because they have a defensive pact with Galetti. Ooh, this is not ideal. Not stoked about this, friends. I have to say. Not at all stoked. What kind of production methods does France have for its military? Why do you not have any barracks in your main? Okay, so you're shorter than us on artillery, but equal to us for infantry. And for your standing army, you have motor recon and machine guns. Okay. Oof. I don't desire to have this fight, particularly right now. So I think we're going to let that war happen. Marina Kingdom, you goofed out. And this should pop off pretty soon. We've got superior force here. Let's go ahead and grab one other general just to make sure things go okay. Probably should have put 2 in there initially, but that's alright. So there's the Sindhi Peasant Revolt breaking off, or popping off rather. Alright, as you can see, standard of living is back up to 14, but we still have a big pile of radicals. Which, you know, rather not have. We are getting slowly ticking loyalists from our righteous government, but it's a slow process. We're getting back to where we want to be in terms of our radical and loyalist balance, but it could definitely be better. And we can't do anything right now to increase our overall level of legitimacy. I suppose I could bolster the industrialists, but I'm working pretty hard on other stuff right now. Oh, right. And then I was going to queue up some power plants. Because we need power plants. Let's see, where have we got labor available? We've got labor available in Kansai. But of course, we need some railways there. Let's go with 5 levels of railways. And then we'll just go ahead and do 10 levels of power plants. We're going to go ahead and make the power plants publicly traded. Should be fine. And we actually now have the capacity to... Galeti backs down. Well, fair enough. Everything worked out better than expected. We actually now have the capacity to have electric streetlights for our urban centers, but we need a huge pile of electricity to make that happen. So that's going to be out of our reach for now. I'm going to implement automation methods for my arms in industries and munitions plants. I definitely stand to get bolt-action rifles. I don't know what's going on with these shipyards, friends. Let me actually take a look and try to fix that. Okay, virtually nobody is using man-o-wars anymore, so that's part of it. And then where are we with clippers? Pretty much same deal. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these shipyards. The Chubu ones are still producing old-school style ships. Grab the Tohoku ones and flip them over to steamships with military shipbuilding. So, what does that do to... Rubber's very cheap in our market, but that's illusory because we're going to be building up a ton of barracks, and that's going to be helping us out other stuff. Speaking of which, let's just go ahead and even out our barracks levels. And we'll do another round of barracks expansions all across Japan. Obviously, we're not going to be putting any more in Hokkaido because we've got so little population in Hokkaido, and we so desperately need people moving here so that they can work on these railways to produce the infrastructure that Hokkaido needs to function, but also the mines, which are a critical part of our economy right now. How are those... Okay, so currently we're working on coal mines. We got another round of railways getting built up. USA tried to puppet Hanover. Or make Hanover a protectorate. That's wild. Political movement disbanded finally. That's very good. So where are we in the rankings? We're trying to get up north of Russia. So what are we... How's it going with this? We're getting 100 and... Macron Peasant Revolt. That's fine. We've got a lot of small armies we can put over there. That's probably going to be enough. Probably the Cindy Revolt will be finished by the time that actually pops off, so we'll be able to move those generals over to the other fronts. Yeah, that's going to be done pretty soon. Sorry, I was checking our construction outputs. Obviously, these mines in Korea are going to take forever to get built because Korea is experiencing some turmoil. Let's see. Standard of living is still largely stagnant. I do want to drop taxes back down, but my current situation is a little bit hairy. Anyway, I was looking at this stuff. So we are getting 500 for army power projection and 1,000 from navy power projection. Russia, on the other hand, is getting about 1,500 from each. So their navy power projection is far superior to our own. Cool. Alright, so put these on any other front that we don't have anyone on. Yeah, we got a lot of fronts over here. I think we're just kind of doing our best with that. What production methods is Russia using for its navies? Monitor, escort frigate, torpedo boat. About the same as ours. They got 368 flotillas. We have 209. I need to build more naval bases. Heck. Let's see. Wood is perennially a problem, but it hath ever been. Okay, no dyes available in Korea. No suck ranches. Sure would be nice to use electric fences in these. Actually, once we get these power plants done, that might be affordable for us. In fact, though, I think given how long some of this stuff has taken, we might actually need to do a construction sector increase. Let's see, investment pool is pretty large and getting larger, so actually, I think construction sector increase is the way to go. So, we're going to put a few levels in each of these states in Korea. There's that. Okay, I'll do it from over here. Does Yangtze have any railways under construction? Yes, it does. Alright, cool. Lovely. As you can see, we got a bunch of different fronts, but I think we're basically good to go on all of them, so that shouldn't last too long. So that's 14 additional levels, and then I think we can put 10 more levels in Japan itself. So, do 2 here in Chubu. And then 4 each in Shigoku and Shikoku. And we'll go ahead and grab those and queue them all the way up to the top. Lovely. That should be done presently. Wow, France is really going... absolutely bananas. France, you're muscling in on my backyard here. How are they still reputable? Incredible. But I think I am going to have to fight them over Tidor, honestly. Tidor is a big part of my situation. They got a lot of land over here. So I think we're going to have to align. Actually, in preparation for that happening... Wow. Let's get some conscription started. Put a couple of really solid armies over there. Hell yeah. Russia's feeling good towards us, which I'm pleased about. They're putting a lot of troops there, okay. Austria is aligned with France. Against the odds, Vincent Kanto. Despite not enjoying full rights under Japanese law, some wealthier Ainu people have been moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. If we want our children to have a future, this is where we should raise them, he said. I want them to live somewhere safe. She crossed her arms. Have you seen the looks we get? When people talk about safe, they don't mean for us, they mean safe from us. We need some new regulations to keep the peace. This is extra radicals from discrimination. And then, bottom one is they fairly earned their success with all that entails. This is going to weaken the petite bourgeoisie and the Buddhist monks, but I'm actually going to click that. I don't want extra radicals from discrimination right now when I've just pulled Korea into the country. So. Oh boy, we've got real front chicanery ready to happen here. Oh, this is really unfortunate. So, we'll go ahead and move those armies. And that war, however, is going to have to be for next time. I don't think Russia is really going to be able to affect this all that much, frankly. I hate to do it, but I might need to raise taxes again. Activate some more conscription. Gosh, this is so much. One conscription center in South Korea. Alright, and next on the docket, we're going to have a fight with France. But until then, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you all on the other side.